Hello, my name is Lanra, and I am living with a hidden disability called autism. So, the reason is that I decided to come up with the idea is to challenge people's perceptions on what it is really like living with a hidden disability.
So I have dyspraxia.
At the age of 5, I was diagnosed with the autistic spectrum disorder. So I was diagnosed with high functioning autism as well as Asperger's syndrome.
I have a disability called ASD, which stands for Autism Spectrum Disorder. So I was diagnosed that since I was around 3 or 4.
Disability that I have autism.
My day to day sort of it varies between the different activities that I do. So depending on what's on my mind, my day will act out differently. So if I've got university for my day, then normally I would wake up at about 6:30 in the morning to then get ready to leave by 7:30 or 7:45 to then get to uni by like sometime I don't like 9:30. And then typically I'm there like for the majority of the day, and then I leave university at around 5:30 to 6:00 to then get back at home to have dinner. Um, and then typically when I'm finished with university, I normally just after spending time with my family, I normally do come up to my bedroom and play video games. If it's anything other than university, normally my day to day is a bit different because when I don't need to wake up, my body sort of tries to recharge itself.
So I struggle a lot with handwriting and fine motor skills like that. So like cooking, and I also have sort of poor spatial awareness, so I trip a lot. I also start a lot of tasks and then go on to a different thing before finishing it. But yeah, that's it.
Without the lockdown, I would go to college like 5 days a week because I do 2 other subjects on top. So most would be in the morning from the evening. On Mondays, I participated in something called London Film School, where um, where I like learn how to like be independent in making films. Although the course hasn't finished yet, um, every week I'm learning something new there, and also I go to another studio place where I work there with young people, and I go there to have fun myself as well. We do filming. Um, we get to go on like trips. We get to visit directors as well, and also we do lots of like other things as well, which I really appreciate. And then Wednesdays to Friday is mainly college based, and Saturday or Sunday I just kind of like chill, go to church as well. I go to church more than once a week.
I have like a lot of internal conflicts because I sort of, if there's something that I want to do, then there's always that part of me that's saying, oh, you can't do this, or oh, you haven't done this before, you're probably not going to do well at this, or you're probably not going to enjoy this. And sometimes I'm sort of, I don't rely on, but sometimes I think about certain stigmas around like people who have like autism, and I think about, oh, if they can't do this, then sometimes I can't do this, or certain things that I do, I just sort of think, oh, well, this is outside of my comfort zone.
I also struggle a lot with sort of walking places. It can be quite hard to, I get disoriented a lot, but I think if I have the direction in mind, I'm quite good at, just sort of going straight ahead with it.
Well, that I might find things a bit hard sometimes.
there are some challenges. For example, people do kind of question why I do certain things, um, and people can sometimes be a bit cheeky as well. Just because I have certain things, people kind of, think it's okay to take the advantage of it, but I always stand my ground.
At university was where I got diagnosed. So they put in place like for me to use a computer during exams, so it's easier for the examiners to understand what my intentions are with how I'm trying to express myself. And they've also put in place things for communicating with teachers so they understand what my difficulties are and how I can sort of overcome them.
Where I applied for university, I applied for the disability student allowance alongside it. So it's an additional thing in student finance where you can apply for additional like softwares, additional support. And I applied for that and I got it. And what I got was I got a few softwares to help me with, but the main thing that I got from the DSA was I regularly get support from 2 mentors from the National Autistic Society. So they sort of regularly help me with, well, one of them regularly helps me with sort of what's it, study skills. So they help me with like trying to understand new things about university, so like things to prepare me for dissertation prep, things for essays and things for just general practice about life, I guess. And then the other one is more of a social mentor, so I sort of speak to them about sort of my week to week or day to day problems, and it's just they're there to just be there as someone to talk to, and it's both like it's having both of them have been very beneficial over the past year and a half. So I if I didn't have that, I don't know how I would get through university, honestly.
Support of help from another person.
Like a TA or something.
Yeah.
In college, I receive one-to-one support, but that would be outside class. And my maths teacher was kind of like my one-to-one support as well, because there was no other one-to-one teachers that was available after Christmas. Which was annoying because when I came back from college after Christmas, my first lesson was my one-to-one, and then one teacher just said that my one-to-one teacher left because she wasn't interested in the job. So I just kind of decided my maths teacher to be like my one-to-one support teacher as well.
So I think because of the coronavirus, my exams got cancelled, so I don't have anything to sort of work towards at the moment apart from my second year. But and also I'm struggling with that and not having a structure to my day. But I think I'm trying to keep myself entertained and learn new skills, so I have something to work towards.
So I've been live streaming video games with my friends more often now. I've been more on it I've been more interactive with programs that I never watched, but I never would want to watch. Like I've been watching Westworld recently, and I know that it would have been annoying to get that in my head with everything like going in, going out. I understand the whole situation, and I understand knowing when enough is too much, or I know when too much is too much. So as I would do if I've been in, I try not to stay in my bedroom all day, because literally I would be in here 24/7, which I try not to do. So at any given chance when I'm not like playing video games with my friends, I would definitely just go outside, sit in the garden for a bit, or just go downstairs to the kitchen and I'd just listen to the radio, honestly, just so then I don't feel like I'm in a box all day.
I'm basically managing myself, first of all, to just be as calm as possible, not stress myself out, a lot, because, stressing, complaining will just not help the situation either way. So I do, some drawings in my sketchbook, or I will just listen to music. In the house, I will clean. If, for example, my younger sister needs help with something, I would help, or my younger brother, or anyone in my family. There's chats as well, group chats for church. So if anything, I would, participate as much as possible. And there's Christian movies that I watch as well. Well, and also general movies with my studio as well.
I'm
And
finding it a bit boring just to be sitting at home like every day.
So, my future goals, I would love to be a writer or a director, or just something creative that I can do from home. And I'd also like to have my own home with my parents and a dog.
This is such a tricky question for me because where I'm at university learning editing, I don't really know if I want to pursue editing as a career goal in the future or if I want to pursue general film practice as a career goal. And I know that in the future I want to go into the film or television industry. I want to help produce or help create a lot of entertaining content that people will enjoy because I've loved the film industry. I've loved the TV industry for countless years. So I want to get in there some way or form. The most likely route will be that I will enter in maybe as an editor, as maybe an assistant editor. So I probably, as a goal, would be to become like an actual contract editor or not a contract, contracted editor.
I have various goals that I want to achieve, including, working in the school and also to have my own independent art studio as well, which is, which is a massive goal that I've set for myself. And I believe I can definitely achieve it if I put my mind to it and and if I carry on enjoying what I like to do on a general basis.
My future goals are, for one, is to lose weight,
Yes.
to make more friends,
Mm-hmm.
and to get into paid work.